Top spinning or gasing festival is one of the more colorful and sensational events of Malaysia. The game, however, is usually played by grown-ups. In fact, top spinning requires a high degree of dexterity and strength, and that may probably be why fishermen, paddy farmers and other workers are those actively involved in this sport. During the top spinning season, which follows the rice harvest, success of the village team is a matter of vital importance to everyone in the village. As soon as the harvest is in the rice store, the headmen and elders will select a village and then issue a challenge. Matches are played fortnightly on a particular day of the week except Friday, and this day will not be varied for the whole season, which lasts for about 3 months. The first match will be played on neutral ground, away from both villages, but thereafter the losing team must play on the winner's home ground. The game usually begins at 10 a.m. and continues until 6 p.m. Each team supplies its own food, and this is important because a village team may sometimes number 40 players, all of whom will play at least once during the 8-hour period of the game. Terengganu is a popular northeastern peninsular state from where a variety of colorful pastimes have evolved. Most of Terengganu's population is engaged in fishing and other agricultural activities. Kuala Terengganu is the state capital, experiencing rapid progress with the discovery of oil off its coast. The people here lead a charming and unhurried life and are by nature helpful and hospitable. The Malay society has undergone great changes, particularly during the last 3 decades, and the essence of the artistic and cultural life of the Malay people, however, has survived the passage of history, and some of the old ways are still near and dear to the people here. But of greater significance is the fact that the finer features of this proud cultural heritage is still acceptable and is also part and parcel of everyday life in Terengganu. Making of a large spinning top is often a decorative art, and it is almost similar to that of kite flying, which is yet another adult sport in many parts of the peninsula and which calls for a high degree of skills. The making of a large spinning top is also, as we mentioned, a decorative art, especially in Terengganu and Kelantan. Today's top spinning, however, has a much smaller following among adult Malays in other parts of the peninsula, and in many areas it is now only a boys' game. The gasing are smaller and of different shapes and contain no metal except the steel spikes on which they spin. They have no silver caps, but they are skillfully carved from choice pieces of hard wood. They also come in a variety of shapes and sizes. Top makers are very careful in selecting the wood they use. Only 2 or 3 species are normally considered sufficiently durable, and the species preferred are merbau, especially merbau tando, and merbau dara, johol, and karada. The wood is left to dry in the sun for about 3 weeks after it has been brought in from the forest. It is then shaped. A groove is cut round the edge, and the craftsman then begins his process of shaping the top. The top spins on a spike which is inserted into the base, and this spike is often of a hard steel. A small circular winding spindle projects out from the center of the smooth upper surface, on which is fitted an ornamental silver cap and a tiny knob. The silver cap is often covered with a flower design, which is as delicate as that on a silver bowl. The process is a long and tedious one, but there is always the satisfaction of a job well done at the end of the process. Slowly but surely, the top begins to take shape, and finally the delicate process of reaching an exact balance. This operation may take as many as 3 days. The spinning tops, however, will eventually weigh up to 2 kilograms, the required weight. The top spinning cord is either square or round and of hard, smooth earth 3 feet in diameter, and the top must land and remain on this arena until removed by the assistant with the scoop. In the making of the playing court, this too becomes a community project and effort, and everybody chips in and lends a helping hand. The top spinners are usually men of powerful physique, and youths under 16 are discouraged from playing for fear of injuring the arm and shoulder muscles. Before a top can be spun, a length of rope half an inch thick and about 12 feet long must be tightly wound, inch by inch, round the spindle of the top until it covers the whole of the smooth upper surface. A sticky substance, usually raw gum, is smeared thinly over the upper surface and is also applied to the rope. Both thumbs are used to press the rope into position while it is being wound. The top spinner exerts his full strength to maintain tension on the rope as he winds. The spinner will need two assistants. One will hold an object shaped like a small bladed scoop about 2 feet long, made from hard wood but light in weight, and the other will hold a plate. The spinning top is quickly scooped off the ground and transferred onto the plate. This requires great skill and precise timing. An expert top spinner can make a perfectly balanced top spin for as long as 1 hour at a stretch. At the Top Spinning Festival, there are two types of competition: the spinning contest and the striking contest. In the former, the top that spins for the longest time is judged the winner. In the latter case, each team attempts to strike its opponent's tops so that the spinning tops topple and stop. The challengers' backers are also confident of their team, and a good deal of money has been placed on bets by punters on both sides.